Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Lefties Losing It. We start off today with Tom Homan, and he's giving a heartfelt talk at one point where he almost looks like he breaks down. I think the man, is a good man, and I think his heart is in the right place, and it is inspiring to see the passion that he has to keep the borders safe and to keep America safe and, quite frankly, to make America great again. So let's check it out and all the other madness that we're going to see today. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to it. Let's do it.
Tom Homan's a racist. Tom Homan's a Say whatever you want. I don't give a Why do I care? I care because I stood in the back of a tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens that suffocated and baked to death, including a 5-year-old little boy that died in his father's arms. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by criminal cartels. They're animals. When you look into a little girl's eyes, 9 years old, who had adults take everything innocent and pure from her, you look in those eyes, and those eyes have no life in them. Her life will never be the same. That's what me off.
And right there tells me that he is a good man. His heart is in the right place. So I say God bless him and give him the strength to do what he needs to do, what needs to be done, regardless of what horrible optics might show up in the process, because there will be those moments for sure.
Okay, you gonna secure that? Go ahead and secure that.
What the heck?
Are you I got you. You're filming.
It's open here.
So there's just like random doors?
Border secure.
No, you gotta finish it. There you go.
What? Wait a...
Right on. The border's secure.
Wait a minute. That can't be how they lock that door. I mean, I'm assuming that door should be locked, right? I mean, anybody can just jimmy that little piece of metal out of that door lock. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, come on. That cannot be the way that it's normally secured, but I don't know. Maybe with Biden's era, it is. Hopefully Trump will rectify it, because that seems like that's very problematic.
Patriotic fans here, sealing up the border.
Great. My husband always taking care of the folks' kids.
Oh, this is so sweet.
When it comes to a good cause.
So just to give some context, this kid that we just barely saw, he's playing the trumpet or a trombone or something. And he's I guess he had a sign or something. I don't know what the deal was, but he was out there playing music, trying to earn some money to get a PS5. And apparently these strangers decided to take it upon themselves to go purchase a PS5 for this guy. Sorry. It's just very touching. And it just shows, it's a great example of what makes America great. It's our people, and it's our generosity. It's our charity, and it's a willingness to look out for one another, to bless other people's lives. Because that's how God works, right? That's how God makes things happen in this world. It's primarily through people, so that we can be the instruments, right? To bless other people. So anyways, I think this is a super kind gesture, and we just need to report more of this type of activity, quite frankly.
Merry Christmas.
Bro, you can go home and enjoy your day, bro.
You can go home, sweetheart. Right? Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
yes, we're
serious.
serious.
Enjoy your day, bro.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
And
yes.
keep the 100 too. Go home and enjoy your day. I brought you another controller, so your brother.
And he gets him another controller. That's crazy. Speaking of crazy, this man is crazy.
Bullshit.
Watch what happens.
Bullshit.
Are you kidding me? Wow, that's going to be something he's going to regret. He is definitely going to be having that tattoo like tattooed over. You know how they, I don't know, whatever, they tattoo another image or whatever to cover up the old tattoo. I guarantee you this dude is going to be doing that at some point in his life. He's going to be like, what was I thinking? Having Kamala inside my arm and then turning it into a tattoo. Oh my gosh. And it just ruined the pretty cool tattoo we already have of the deer. So, is that another tattoo? A signature? Oh, what does that say? 04? I don't know what that is. Oh man, I hope that's not Waltz.
I am trigender, which means like a triangle, I have 3 genders. Male,
What?
female, and non-binary. And
What?
the difference between trigender and gender fluid is that I feel all 3 of these genders at the same time.
Wait, that's like impossible because I thought non-binary was that you were male. No, you were not male or female, right? Or was it that you're male and female? No, I think it was neither male or female. So she's saying that she's male and she feels female, but at the same time she doesn't feel male or female. So so she's zero. She's nothing.
All the time. It doesn't ever shift or change, or where I feel one gender more strongly than the other, like gender fluid tends to be.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Also, I should recognize and accept that a lot of people don't see non-binary as a third gender. They see it as something completely separate from the binary of male and female. But for me, it's like a third gender. Or I guess you could call it a third identity.
Yeah, schizophrenia. Jeez Louise. What is this garbage? What? Are these furries? I would say role-playing as dogs or cats, but I don't think they're role-playing. I think they probably believe that they're an animal. Oh gosh, I hope they have knee pads. Oh gosh, what is going on in this country?
It's not going to turn your kid GAY because they're just wired the way they are. Do you think people
GAY?
become GAY based on what they're exposed to?
Yes.
Are we not allowed to say gay anymore? What? Why say GAY? That doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
But you're not saying that just because one is born that way, therefore it's right, correct?
I'm not getting into right or wrong. To me, there is no right or wrong.
But isn't that what you're arguing right now? We're arguing within the purview of morality.
No, I don't think morality comes into who you're attracted to. And I know where this is going to go.
Do you think P3-ophiles are born that way? Or is it nurtured?
I do think that they're probably born that way, and they're condemned to that, sadly.
So let me ask you then, if they're born that way and they can't control it, it's like you said, it's wired in them already. Why should we punish them?
I think we would legally demand that they do not act on that. Of course, I wouldn't say resist the urge. I would say seek treatment. Something.
I would say the same thing for GAY.
But I wouldn't apply that. I wouldn't apply that to people that are GAY.
Red hat that says.
But why wouldn't you? I mean. I don't know. It seems like he's contradicting himself a little bit. Like, why would a pedo or whatever, like, why would that person be wired or be, wired from birth, but somebody that is gay would not be wired? Because I don't know.
Make America great again. That tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Oh, God.
Don't do that.
You agree with what she said there?
I'm a flaming liberal, so yes, I agree with what she said.
Right. Where do you draw the comparison?
I think more so not just necessarily in the Make America Great Again on his part, which I do believe that he has very strong beliefs that certain people are, most people are below him and his people.
Okay.
But more so not just him, but also other people that follow him, that believe in that, in the collective of a lot of the beliefs that they also believe in. So it's like you're representing one thing maybe, but usually the people that are that diehard representing it have very strong views that relate to a lot of other things that would make me also believe that they agree with some things that would also be represented by somebody with a swastika, if that makes sense.
If that makes sense, no, I'm having a brain fart right now. I feel literally dumber for listening to her. Is Kamala teaching a course in word salad that this lady may have taken? I don't know. If not, I think she needs to. I think she needs to start consulting Kamala Harris so that her word salads can be a little bit better, because that was like a masterclass right there.
Collar guy, I want a blue collar guy. Okay, he's gonna be a Trump supporter. They're all Trump supporters, y'all. And I'm a dumb bitch, right? I have hope in my heart. So sometimes I give these guys a chance.
Sheesh.
And then they always reveal themselves to be Trump supporters.
Just like you reveal yourself to be a lib because of those freaking oversized cat-eye glasses. What is going on? Why? Why do they always have the cat-eye glasses that are super oversized for their face? I don't understand. I don't get it.
Out this guy who, gosh, he's so lovely, making me laugh, cooking me dinner. We've been hanging out for a few months.
Sounds like
Lives
a
in
good
cabin
guy.
in the woods that he built with his own two hands. And we were sitting in his hot
Sounds
tub,
like a
which he also
stud.
built with his own two hands, and listening to the rain and looking at the stars and connecting and vibing. And
Why
then he
would you
brings
not
up the
go for this
2024
guy?
election. This whole time, I'm hoping he's just anti-government. Not only is he conservative, he's conservative on social issues. As well. It's one thing to be a
no.
fiscal conservative. It's an entirely other thing to be both.
Oh, what a bastard. Oh, the nerve of that man. To be conservative on social issues? What a jerk. Man, you should dump this guy. He's nothing but trash.
He had a whole bunch of weird, like, Fox News commentary about abortion.
Oh, gosh. Those
It was
are
a
the
bummer.
worst.
I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave. And he was like, why? It just doesn't make sense, y'all.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why you would dump this guy just because he's a conservative. Get over it. My gosh, there's more to life than politics.
It just doesn't. I get fiscal conservatism.
No, you don't.
But what do you mean you don't believe in trans? What the fuck are you talking about? You're crazy. Why do you care?
Look in the mirror.
God, bring back anti-government rednecks. It's gonna be sad for you guys. It's gonna be sad.
A few moments later.
I know you're trying to just be an asshole right now,
bet you
but of
love
course I
cats,
do.
too.
And I happen to have a very cool cat.
Of course she has cats. Why is that not even surprising? Oh, okay. What's going on here, buddy? I transitioned from the kid my classmates beat up to the woman that's out of their
I
league.
transition from the kid my classmates beat up to the woman that's out
I'm
of their
sorry,
league.
my friend.
That's just gross.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you're probably going to lie to me.
Okay.
When you walk down the street and you meet women who are in their 40s, are more of them attractive than the women who are in their 20s? Women
Okay,
in their 40s
you're right.
versus
I will be
20s.
100% less attractive when I'm 40. Thank you for pointing it out. I think that's a valid concern. You at 40, do you think your wife is ugly? Is that what you're saying?
No, why? That's not. Doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
It actually
You literally just called your wife ugly.
No,
Sorry.
no. See,
I
what
think
happens
she's
is this.
asking if your
Let me
wife
just-
has gone downhill since you got married.
Let me help you out with logic. If in 10 years you're less attractive than you are right now, that doesn't mean you won't be attractive. That's not calling you ugly. That's pointing out that you're less attractive than you were 10 years prior. Is my wife less attractive now than she was at like 25? Yeah. You know who the first one would be who would tell you that? My wife and every other non-delusional human being.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've grown. Maybe you would say more handsome. I don't know. As I've gotten older, you know. But I definitely don't look exactly the same as I did when I was 25. Albeit I was much thinner, in way better shape at 25. But yeah, I mean, everybody changes as they get older. That's just that's everybody. That's just how it is. So, yeah.
On planet Earth.
Hi, this is Mary Stevens. I'm a candidate for Sudbury School Committee. I saw a series of questions posted on Facebook page called One Sudbury, and I wanted to make sure to address them. Okay. First, I'm deeply committed to ensuring we create a safe, welcoming, inclusive, supportive, positive, effective learning environment for all students.
Pause right there. You're not getting my vote if that's your stance. I'm sorry. Like 15 red flags just went up. Okay. If I am saying, okay, this is why I need to probably homeschool.
Diversity should be celebrated, and all should feel free from stigma and discrimination. As part of this, I believe we must ensure all students have access to diverse views and perspectives, so they learn to be independent thinkers, and they also feel represented in the material that is available to them.
No, that's not. Sorry.
This will help with their academic, social, emotional, and mental health. Quite simply, censorship undermines diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh, because all that is just complete and utter brainwashing, and it shouldn't be in school to begin with? Yeah.
These aren't only my personal opinions, they are the law, Supreme Court, Massachusetts, etc. Furthermore, these are the guidelines that SPS has set forward, from the equity statement to the school committee policy manual. It does allow, the school committee policy does allow parents to raise complaints about certain materials.
Yeah, but then they're called terrorists.
And the challenge materials won't be removed from the school, but access to questioned materials can be denied to the students of the parents who raise complaints if they so desire. Let's also note that students in our schools currently need this support. For example, according to data from MassDesi, right now SPS has 6 non-binary students, 5 in elementary and 1 in Curtis. Now to the specific questions posed on One Sudbury. Do you support a student using their preferred names and pronouns during school, regardless if the parents know? Yes. Do you support a gender-neutral dress code? Yes. Do you support students using the bathroom based on their gender identity? Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Do you support the designation of a gender-neutral bathroom in each building for non-binary students? Yes. Do you support free access to LGBTQ plus books and teachers who have these books in their classroom? Yes.
Okay, so that is a problem, because there's a lot of those books that are like straight up like pornography, and I guess it would be technically classified as child porn with some of the situations some of those books portray. Like, it's just it shouldn't be in the hands of kids ever. So
please let me know if you have any further questions. Thank you and have a great night.
If there was ever a commercial to promote homeschooling, we just saw it. Man, if you're in Massachusetts, get your kids out of school. Man. Okay.
It's unnatural for your mother to be counting the finances that you're earning from having 100 strangers violate you on the internet for cash, you know? And that is the part that there's just no way to normalize that. There's no way to normalize that. I'm a parent. There's no way, like I have a daughter, and the idea of being involved in that, like, it's not saying that if she goes down that path that you're not going to be there and pray and hope that, you know, she changes and speak to her about that and say, I'm always going to love you. But I view it as predatory, parental behavior. And I don't think I don't think it's fair to even describe it as my parents are liberal. I mean, I'm obviously not a liberal, I'm a conservative, but none of my liberal friends, liberal family members, their parents would view this also as demonic, whether they have faith or not. They would just say, what parent would want that for their child? Because your mother is old enough to understand what the implications are for your future, you know? Yeah. You already comprehend what the futures are, making it, I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that, like, you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that, just so you know, is a form of abuse. it is. It's abusive.
You're saying that there's a distinction between sex and gender in as much as a man can, wear pink and bake brownies. But I don't disagree with that. I'm not saying that men can't act in a way that's somewhat effeminate. I'm just, I guess I disagree with the notion that if a boy wears pink and bakes brownies, that he is in some true sense a girl. I don't think that's possible.
Well, if they identify as a girl, then they would be.
If I identified as a rhinoceros, that wouldn't make me a rhinoceros.
Are you a rhinoceros?
No.
Rhinoceros has like a biological definition, whereas woman does not.
I think woman does.
I think you might be thinking of female. The woman, it has like a definition,
Well,
yeah, but it has nothing to do with like genitalia or chromosomes or physical appearance.
I think you might be getting it a little reversed. Usually you would say woman refers to sex and female would refer to nouns, for instance, like gendered nouns, but now it refers to this gender ideology. But use whichever term you like. Why doesn't it have something to do with bodies?
I mean, bodies are like an aspect of it, but that's not what it's referring to. It's referring to someone's identity.
And where does the identity come from?
From their conception of themselves.
They conceive of their identity, but on what basis?
Why do liberals get so mad? It's just a joke. It's not a joke, babe. It's the pyramid of harm, and it's actually a big deal. What starts out as something that seems harmless or innocuous, like a joke made about a minority group, is actually what escalates over time to lead to violence against those minority groups. So your joke about trans people, your joke about black people, your joke about Asian people, over time is then going to become bullying, and then harassment, and then finally violence. It is that line of thinking that normalizes hatred towards minority groups, and that over time is what leads to violence. Words matter, language matters.
So, like, like what? What did she say? Like, some of the stuff I'm saying on this channel is eventually going to snowball into the deaths of people somehow? Like, yeah, I think words matter, but I mean, come on, like, I think telling a joke or something is not going to result in the death of somebody else down the line. I mean, come on.
We already have enough issues with parents trying to push sexuality onto their kids. Like, oh, you're gay. And they barely know how to talk. Kids are also watching you. They might think like, oh, I should do this or I should do that. Like, just try to make it more kid friendly.
This person seems to think that there are parents out there telling their kids before they can even speak, which is around the ages of 2 or 3, that they are gay.
Yeah, actually, that happens. We just did a video a couple of volumes ago where they were at some kind of parade or something for trans, or I don't know what, but they said that their little boy at the age of 1.5 told them that he was trans. That he really was a girl. I don't think so. That does not happen that way. Yeah.
Let's role play that out for a second. Hello, child. You are gay. I don't understand you because I'm 2 years old. It makes no sense. Even if the child could understand the parent, it's not like being gay is something that's transmitted or given to you. You're just born like that. But what's most egregious about this voicemail is that the caller is mixing up sexuality and gender. Who you're attracted to has no bearing on your gender. And to the person who sent the voicemail, if you are watching, I want to apologize on behalf of whoever lied to you. Queer people are not trying to convert kids. It's literally not possible to do.
Actually, I think that is possible to do. Look, I mean, kids are very impressionable, and even if you're not right out saying, hey, Johnny, you actually are a girl, they're gonna pick up on conversations they overhear, on the way you talk about certain topics, and yeah, they can definitely be influenced subliminally, I guess, to maybe start to think that way. And plus it's like, in the other video, it's like, another clip where they're talking about, hey, if a boy makes brownies, does that make him a girl? No, it doesn't. But if your parents are like, when I'm making brownies and they're like, hey, Dave, you must be a girl. If I keep hearing that because I like brownies, I keep making brownies, well, I don't know, maybe something might click in my head like, oh, yeah, maybe I'm a girl, or something like that. I mean, you got to be careful. So, I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Recently was going on dates with a man. And nice guy, good guy. Treated me well.
That is good.
That is good.
Damn, there's a but. Why is there always a but?
But
There
once
is
I
always a
realized that he
but.
was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him.
Jesus Christ, on the back. This
Oh,
guys being a good and nice man is not enough anymore. You have to be Duracell battery too and bring energy.
Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further.
Lady, you are hungry. The Lord served you with a good, well-cooked chicken, and you decided not to eat it because of the chicken's energy. You will starve.
He agreed. He said that he didn't think that he
true.
could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try.
For what? You didn't want him to respect your wishes or what?
He didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he like wanted to change, that he wanted to like whatever. Like
What?
I can be manipulated. I will listen to you. But you didn't even try.
What?
Mother of Lord, she wanted the man to manipulate her. What type of twisted mind games is that? She thinks dating is PlayStation 5. Lady, if you want to play games, go and download Candy Crush and leave this good man alone.
If a guy...
That's true. Man, I tell you, it's crazy. Like, you know, yeah, chicks out there, ladies, mind games, just stop it. Really, it is. We're not mind readers, and believe me, as soon as you texted that guy, I'm pretty sure his red flags went up, and that's why he was like, "Yeah, see ya. I don't want anything to do with you."
I wants to go 50-50 with you on a first date. Here's what I want you to say.
Okay.
Oh, I can't even believe I didn't offer. I just assumed it would be emasculating for you. But no, if you're fine with it, no, I'm happy to pay half.
So, okay. So the thing I don't understand is like all these feminist women, right? They don't want to be held to the traditional standards of, you know, of what women are. But then when they date, they totally hold traditional standards to the men, especially the ones that benefit them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just hilarious that some of these. I mean, no wonder they're having problems finding men these days.
Eric Discordia here. So listen.
Oh boy.
Today I went to the drugstore to get myself some medications, and while I was there, I ran into this person who came up to me, and they were like 70 years old, and they told me how brave I was being simply for being out as myself in the world, getting my medications. Now,
Ponytails are killing me.
And I've come to find out that this woman, trans woman, who is presenting at the time as a man, because
he's a man,
have served this country.
He's
for
not
30
presenting
years.
anything.
They continued living with dysphoria for 30 years in order to continue being able to serve this country, right? They served in
for
3
him.
different wars. This person was in Vietnam, okay? And they thought I was so brave that they couldn't be as brave as I am. That's ridiculous that you guys have made this
That
world
is
a place
ridiculous.
where I have to evince as bravery that a person who's seen war 3 different places 3 different times, that person thinks I'm braver than they are. That
No.
is stupid and ridiculous. We
It
have
is
to fix
stupid and
this.
ridiculous.
Free abortions.
Yes, Queen.
Free gender affirming care for migrants.
Yes, Queen.
Child tax credits for dogs.
Yes, Queen.
Ban standardized testing.
Yes, Queen.
Different tax rate for white men.
Oh gosh.
Yes, Queen.
She's a yes queener.
Do you think if men had to do the work of wives, they would still want to get married?
Oh, this should be fun.
Like if the roles were reversed and the spousal expectations on wives and husbands swapped, right? The gender roles swapped. Do you think men would still want to be married as much?
Oh, we're still going with traditional gender roles in relationships, are we? Here, I thought by this point in time, feminists would have tried to eliminate that so that men and women could do equal things in relationships.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this gets better.
Or is part of the appeal the invisible labor? There's someone taking care of you and your property and your things and your children.
It's rather interesting that this individual is implying that men don't do most of the visible labor in these little scenarios that they're making up. Most men actually take care of the house, the vehicles, and do most of the visible manual labor. And a lot of men take care of children. But I'm sure there's more of a narrative to be pushed here.
I mean, I take out the trash. So that's physical labor, taking it out to the street and everything. But yeah, no, I see what she's saying though. That's true. I do more than that around the house, just to let everybody know.
Like, I think it's time we get some of these trad husbands to start making day in a life videos.
Yes, let's do that, because I'm sure it will be a great awakening to a lot of women that happen to have these particular mindsets that seem to think that men don't do anything.
It would be
Because I would love to see the perspective where they talk about marriage in a way that talks about the relationship and intimacy that they have within their relationships and their marriages, and not just the roles that they play and the domestic duties that they provide.
A person should always be very careful what they ask for, because they just might get it.
Oh, that's funny. You know, I don't know. It's like, you hear a woman like that and you think, like, what kind of a wife is she? Like, what is she providing the traditional roles of a wife in the household, of being a good mother, providing, certain things to the husband? I don't know. So anyways, well, listen, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, if you liked my reaction, then please subscribe. Like, and also share the video. Please tell your friends and family members, those you love, about the channel, so that they can also enjoy the content that hopefully you just enjoyed right now. Okay, so anyways, until the next video, I hope you guys and gals stay safe and know that you are loved and appreciated. And until the next video, have a great day. All right, bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.